Hey guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis, physical therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist and nutritionist. And today I want to talk to you about how you get a flat tummy and actually help your back pain at the same time. So what could be better? Looks and function. So number one, and you're not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyways, is that it really does matter how much you eat. So you have to eat less than what you are outputting, right? Well, you have to output more, in other words, in order to actually lose weight, right? That is step one, no matter how unfun it is. Now, if you've done that and you've really worked hard on your diet and you found things that make you feel good, that work well, and that you can maintain, but you still have this little stomach. Now here's normally what I see that goes wrong. People start to do ab work, which is exactly what you need to do, but they do the wrong ab work. I see people all the time and they're pushing those stomach muscles out. Hopefully, probably not quite like this, but they're pushing those muscles out. All that's gonna do is continue to make that little pooch there even bigger. So the very first thing before you add any movement on is knowing how to activate those muscles that are going to help flatten that out. It is not these fabulous six-pack muscles, as a matter of fact. It lies underneath, called your transverse abdominus. Now, if you ever see weightlifters or movers wearing a belt, it's mimicking those muscles. Now, most people, when I tell them to do this too, I say, we'll start with pulling the belly button, and they go, this. That's not doing anything for you either, except holding your breath, which is a whole other story and a whole other issue. So the way to really try to kick these muscles in is you actually want to breathe in and fill the belly up first. So it's breathe in, and then you're going to let the air out, and then as you do that, you're pulling that belly button in. Look, flat tummy. So that is step one. Now, sometimes it's hard to do standing. And a lot of times, even the breathing part is hard. I do have some videos on the breathing, so check that out so you make sure you're doing that right. But if it's tough to do standing, I always have people go right down to the ground. Sometimes this is just a little easier. You're not having to fight gravity, but same idea. Breathe in, fill the belly up. Exhale, and then gently pull that belly in. Now, once you feel like you've got a good handle on that, then you can start to add movement with it. Again, what I see people doing wrong all the time is that they'll start to do maybe even just some leg motion, but again, instead of keeping that belly pulled in, they're pushing that belly right out. Same thing happens in crunches. They maybe activate it first and then they go, ooh. Sometimes they even make that noise. I hear that too. So try to avoid that as well. So whatever you do, you want to make sure that you keep that position right where it needs to be. Add a little kegel in there too, and you'll get a double whammy. So I always start people nice and easy. If you cannot do this march without keeping that muscle tightened, there is no way you can do any of that fancy schmancy fun stuff, okay? So starting off, legs on the ground. Once you're able to do that, again, making sure that this position is maintained, then you can add legs up and progress from here to add a little march. Once you add the arms in, you're challenging those muscles even more. So if we do that traditional little dead bug, which I've renamed to the struggling bug because dead bugs don't move, you're making above and below now even work a little bit harder, okay? And there's nothing wrong with crunches as long as you engage into those hamstrings to take out the hip flexors. So digging the heels in, nice breath in, right? Exhale, pull in, and then it's a tiny lift. We don't need to do anything more than that. So starting with feet on the ground, then feet up, and then add in that arm motion. And I'm going to come right up into a seated position. Try to activate those muscles anytime you move too. That's important, okay? So again, because these muscles, are also attaching deep, right? They're really supporting the back. So not only do they look pretty and help you look pretty, but they really help support that spine. That's what we're calling that spinal stability. Spine is not supposed to move and stabilize at the same time. Activate the muscles first, then work on movement around the spine, keeping the spine steady. So it sounds super duper easy. It's very simple, but it's not easy. So it's going to take some practice on your part, but you can do it. I have faith in you. So thanks for tuning in today. For more information, check out my website at drkristieennis.com and my Facebook and Instagram account at Dr. Kristie Ennis as well. Thanks, guys.